Alright. Wait, everyone. What's wrong, Sora? This just came to me, and doesn't have anything to do with Mikado. But Hiroha may not be the culprit. Oh, this is in her favor? I thought they were going to try to pin it on her using this.
Wow, Sora, thank you.
What? What's up with you? Actually, something very suspicious happened this morning. After breakfast, I was going to start my investigation when a sudden wave of irresistible sleep came over me. I told you about the reason I was late for the parade, remember? Could I still make it that face? I just imagine her just fucking holding her face like that throughout that whole Logic Craft minigame. Oh, I do. You suddenly felt sleepy, and when you woke up it was evening, right? But it's not like you were awake all night, right? And you slept through all afternoon, even when you drank coffee for breakfast. That's exactly it. Ooh, a Sora point pose. I don't remember if we've seen that sprite before or not, but she's cool, man. She's cool as hell. I saw Iroha wasn't drinking her coffee during breakfast. I thought it was a waste, and naturally being a can of coffee, I drank her coffee instead. I was okay up until then, but after that, I felt incredibly sleepy, like as if I was drugged. It was an unnatural wave of sleep.
You did?
So what are you trying to say? Someone drugged the coffee with sleeping pills? Exactly. What? Now listen carefully. The coffee that I drank was meant for Iroha, right? What would have happened if Iroha instead drank the coffee? Well, Iroha would have slept until evening. And that would mean that Iroha wouldn't have any alibi from morning till evening, right? Huh? Wait, so someone tried to use sleeping drugs to prevent Iroha from having an alibi?
Huh?
So sorry for interrupting this, but was there anything like sleeping drugs on this island? There are some at the pharmacy section at the mart. I always check all the items there, but I didn't notice a difference in number. Do you open the packages and check the insides? Well, I can't. It would take forever if I did that every day. And that's what the antibiotic pill was, right? For a cup of coffee, one pill should be enough. They probably didn't need to take the whole package. Anyways, let me get this straight. He drank a cup of coffee that was drugged with sleeping pills. But why would someone prevent Iroha from having an alibi? What would they gain from that? Wait, I know. There is someone who would benefit from all of this. Someone who's trying to frame Iroha by preventing any alibis. Right. If Iroha's the culprit, it doesn't make sense that the coffee she was trying to drink was drugged. Iroha's not the culprit. The culprit was the person who was trying to make Iroha drink that coffee. Wait, if Sora drank the coffee that was originally intended for Iroha, then Iroha being outside during morning was something unexpected even for the culprit, right? That's right. So Mikado's account of seeing Iroha around 11 is something entirely possible. How could you not believe me? I am so disappointed in all of you. I believe you, man. Hold on. If Iroha's not the culprit, then the real Blackened is... It's something that just came to me. But if we use this info and reverse the thought process, we can easily track down the culprit. The culprit's identity. The culprit is someone who had drugged Iroha's coffee. The culprit is someone who is trying to frame Iroha by erasing her alibi. Someone who is trying to frame her just now. Oh my god, we're doing this a fucking third time, man. Stop it! How dare you try to pin her? Please! Oh my god, just fucking get her! The culprit was someone who was pressing on Iroha just until now. Kanade Otona Koji, it's you. Wait, hold on. I thought little sis explained to us how she couldn't be the culprit.
I'm grateful that you proved my innocence, but Kanade being the culprit?
Why is Iroha so, unwilling to accept that? This whole time, Kanade has been fucking weird as hell, and Iroha's just like...
Yeah, but she's still smart, so I trust her. She tried to frame me? That's fine. I'm sure she had her reasons. I still trust her.
Iroha, girl, no, please stop. But that being said, Kanade did act weird during breakfast. I don't remember what she acted like, honestly. I hope they show it again. Usually, she would have chased after her sis right away when Hibiki left. But didn't she hesitate a bit? Oh, yeah, she did.
Sis? I'm going to take a rest in my room.
Wait, sis, where are you going? You haven't even finished your breakfast. Oh, Setsuka, I miss you. Hibiki's condition seems to be getting worse. Come to think of it, she broke down the most out of everyone yesterday.
She became very dependable after Emma's case, but she seems to have reverted back to her old self.
Well, we can't help it. It seems like everyone except Iroha has finished their meals, so let's get moving. Kana, you stay at Biki's side for now.
What? But...
You don't have to mind us. She's your family, right? You should be there for her. Go on.
Alright then.
She reluctantly followed when Satsuka told her to. I assume that is to make sure Aroha drank her coffee, or not. Unfortunately, unbeknownst to Kanade, it was Sora who actually drank the coffee. If Kanade really is the culprit, and considering her personality, she would have made sure that Aroha did in fact drink the sleeping pills. But how is that possible? Just how unlucky can you get? Well, aren't all matters like that? Something that shouldn't have happened somehow did, while something that should doesn't happen at all.
Bullshit.
What?
Shobai, and now you. What is it with you and people trying to frame me as the culprit? I shared my theory, showed you the contradictions, and through my reasoning proved that Aroha is the culprit. Just how much rebuttal would it take for you to be satisfied?
But Sora has a point. If Aroha had fallen asleep with that drug, she would have been confirmed as the culprit without a doubt.
Really? Do we have to take the long way? Alright, fine. I'll show you. First, the fact that the coffee was drugged is a stretch. It's not like I was the one who prepared the meal. How could I have drugged the coffee that Mikado had prepared?
It isn't impossible. Teruya would know just how quickly Mikado prepares our meals. Oh yeah, Sora and Araya arrived early in the morning for breakfast a few days ago, and the meal was prepared even before the morning announcement. Oh yes, I do! You know what they say, the early chef dominates the culinary world! I prepare the food way in advance before you even wake up. You heard him. So if you just arrive at the diner before everyone else wakes up, you would have ample time to drug Aroha's coffee. But you wouldn't really know where Aroha would actually sit, would you?
That probably isn't the case because I usually sit at the same place. In fact, most of us usually sit at the same place every morning, don't we?
True, unless the seat's owner died and someone sat there instead. That was usually it. After hearing what you lot have to say, things start to make sense. The 3 hours of space between 9:54 and 12:54. That was time deliberately left blank by that girl to frame Bubblehead. So that she can say it was time Bubblehead spent on dismemberment. But just how unlucky can you get? The Bubblehead was actually seen by Mikado Sonoji. By the irony of fate. Didn't Haruha just mention that it was Kanade who was assigned to look around the park near the ghost house? Come to think of it, perhaps that was also something she did in advance to frame Aroha. That's not all. Aroha wasn't invited to the chat room that was created from Satsuka's handbook. They probably separately told Aroha to come see the Mirror Mansion so that Aroha could see Hibiki entering the ghost house. And later claimed that Aroha was lying, making everyone suspect her. Told ya, the culprit is Kanade Otonokoji. I gotta hand it to her, though. I mean, if it is Kanade, which I think it is, fucking insanely smart plan. Which makes sense for her, given how smart she has been in the trials so far. And also doesn't make sense for Aroha because she is not that smart. Like, unless she was just acting the whole time, which is possible, but like, there's just, with what we know of Aroha so far, there is like absolutely no way she could have planned all of this. Just no way. Obviously, that Bubblehead can't come up with a trick of this level.
He's making fun of me, isn't he?
Yeah, but it's in your favor this time, so it's fine. Hold on, this trial is a bit tough. The culprit keeps changing. I don't know who's telling the truth or not. One thing is for sure. Sora consuming the sleeping pills and Mikado witnessing Aroha can't be coincidences. And the one who orchestrated that was Kanade. That damn fucking smile, man. So, Kanade really is the culprit? Kanade.
Okay, yes, yep, yeah, alright, sure.
Kanade?
Yes, it seems like you used your damn stupid brains to reach a conclusion. As you said, I don't have any logical rebuttal against this. As all of this is just a presumption, I have no evidence against this, yes? But being the generous and merciful, I will go over your stupid delusions. Yes, suppose I did drug Iroha's coffee, yes? Then how about we go back to when Shobai was suspecting me as the culprit, yes? Yes, try to deduce things under the proposition that I am the culprit, yes? Just how did I murder Setsuka? Quite an unsolvable mystery, yes? Yes, why isn't anyone answering? Yes, come on, answer me, yes. Well, I who cannot carry the hands, I who cannot hide the corpse near the ghost house, I who was with you all throughout the entire parade, Explain to me, how the hell did I manage to kill Setsuka despite all these alibis and move the damn corpse? Anyone? Yes?
Jesus fucking Christ. Girl, how could you open your mouth that fucking wide? Wait! She has fucking void eyes! She has void eyes! What?
Shobai, Sora, Yuki, anyone? Come on, let's hear it!
Sorry for yelling, Jesus Christ. That's just, oh my god.
Kanade, you're scaring me. Oh, my dear sis. Relax, there's no way that I'm the culprit. You're not the culprit either. We're completely innocent, so there's nothing to worry about. Also, I'll solve everything for you. I will. Foo-foo.
Nobody spoke another word. Was it because we were intimidated by the sheer insanity of Kanade? Partly that, but Kanade wasn't just raging upon us without any logic. It was completely different from the breakdowns of all the other culprits. There were simply just too many contradictions to point her as a culprit. Even if she really was the culprit, her defense against that truth was just too hard for us to break. The one, frame of her, the other sprite, before changing was... It scared me a little bit, but also it's kind of funny.
My, cat got your tongue? Everyone try to focus. Maybe we've all missed some sort of clue. I don't want to die just as much as you guys, so let's start this over again. Now let's put our heads together on this.
It's impossible. There are too many contradictions if we assume Kanade's the culprit.
Maybe Kanade really isn't the culprit, and of course, me too.
Wait, what about the deal with the sleeping pills? If Kanade wasn't the one who drugged the coffee, then who was it?
I honestly think it's possible that Sora could have lied about this. We only have Sora's words to back it up, right?
But if Sora was lying, then there goes my account's credibility again.
As if you had any credibility to begin with. But that isn't the only thing that made Kanade suspicious. Not to mention that Kanade didn't outright deny the fact about the sleeping pills. I have no idea what's going on, and who's right or wrong.
Shobai, any ideas?
I thought you saw me as shit. Now you're running back to me because you're out of ideas? Well, the main problem is how the culprit was able to move the corpse to the ghost house. If we think about the whole timeline, the concept of hiding the corpse in Block A is entirely impossible. Still, they must have used the monorails. But we've missed something here. Something.
Oh, I got it. I know the culprit. It's Mikado. Mikado used magic to teleport the corpse inside the ghost house.
Yeah, sure, okay. We'll go with that.
He keeps talking about the school rules preventing him from using magic, but who knows if that rule is actually fake?
Oh my god! Oh my god, that's the first time, Mikado has, actually made me laugh without it being, about him being told to kill himself. Holy shit. Iroha, might I kindly ask, what the actual fuck?
Or maybe there was a secret passage that they used to transport the corpse.
Iroha, maybe it's best that you stay quiet.
Don't lose your focus, Iroha. That's not a theory, that's just your delusions.
But...
But I can understand where she's coming from. There really is no logical way that this could have happened.
Teleport it inside. Secret passageway. The ghost house was shaped like... Wait, what?
Shobai?
I got it. There is a way. There is a way that Kanade Otonakoji can move the corpse.
But really? What is it?
The problem is solved if you can move the corpse inside the ghost house without using the gates. And there is one passageway in the ghost house that matches this condition. And where's that?
A passageway in the ghost house that connects to the outside other than the gates. Yes, perhaps. There is that one thing inside the ghost house. If we could pinpoint that. Wait, what? Wait, what? I don't know what they're talking about. Is it the fireplace? Oh, it is the fireplace. Right? It has to be. Because, first of all, what else could it be? Have we used these yet? Damn, maybe there is still a lot more to this case. But that's why Sora kept fucking mentioning about Santa Claus fucking coming down the chimney, bro. It's because someone did fucking come down the chimney. Oh my god.
The chimney.
What?
Shobai, are you perhaps referring to the chimney? There was a fireplace at the ghost house. If there's a fireplace, then that means there was a chimney that connects to the outside.
Bingo. If you throw the corpse through the chimney, the corpse will get thrown down the fireplace. Oh my god, wait! I was like, how the fuck could you do that? How could the fuck could you throw all those body parts perfectly into the chimney? That's why we saw her throwing darts earlier in the chapter. She's good at throwing. She's good at throwing. Oh my god. If the fire was put out, it wouldn't stand out, and it would be near the altar as well.
Eh? The chimney? You're kidding me, right?
What an astounding turn of events! By throwing the corpse through the chimney during the parade, you don't have to hide them beforehand. You can enter empty-handed at 1942, after the white-haired girl leaves the ghost house. The corpse is already in the fireplace, so you just have to move them to the altar and flood the place with the blood packs. Just in case, did you search the fireplace when you were investigating the ghost house?
No, I didn't think that Satsuka was dead at the time. So I investigated places that a living human being could naturally be. Not to mention that it was especially dark near the fireplace.
Alright, so no contradictions there. How's this, twins? A new challenge for you. Let's see you sing and dance around this one. Oh, that was raw as hell. That was a raw as hell line. Alright. What do we got?
Unused antibiotics, bruised corpse, pinned by the flower pot, unused plastic bag, Shinji's account.
Fuck, what was Shinji's account? It was about the pool, right? I don't think that's it. The culprit threw the corpse inside through the chimney, okay? I agree.
But is that actually possible? Nope, it's absolute nonsense. There weren't any clues left in the fireplace. Okay, well, I know that's wrong. We have this. We don't even have to discuss the clues. Do you have an idea about how would you even throw a corpse into a place that high? I missed what you said after that, but that's fine. I guess the culprit rode a plane or something, yes?
I honestly agree that is a bit too far. My magic could have pulled it off, sure, but I am bound by these cursed rules.
Would you stop distracting us with nonsense and shut up?
Alright, I know what we have to do.
Boop, boop, boop. Go!
Alright. Yep. Thank you. Let's keep going.
Wait a second, about the fireplace. There was a suspicious black plastic bag near the fireplace. I'm not sure what that could be, but I'm positive it wasn't there from the start.
Plastic bags near the fireplace? What's the deal with that?
If we deduce it based on Shobai's theory, that bag would probably be the one that contains the body parts.
Eek!
The fireplace was always lit, at least until the culprit turned it off. If that bag was there before, it would have long burnt away. So that bag was put there after the fire was put off. In other words, the day of the crime.
There is other evidence that they threw the corpse through the chimney. The ghost house is pretty higher than you think. If the corpse fell through that high of a height, oh, that's why the bruises are there. There must be some traces left on the body.
Traces on the body. If the culprit threw the corpse onto a place that high, the corpse would definitely have some traces of it. And that evidence is
the bruised corpse.
You're talking about the bruises on the corpse, right, Shobai?
You bet.
Bruises? While Satsuka's body was cut into pieces, each piece had some trace of bruises. It even said so in the monochrome file. If the body fell straight through the roof like Shobai said, it would be natural that there would be a few broken bones here and there.
I just had a really dumb thought. Obviously, like, she fell through the chimney, right? Like, she didn't... The way they said falling through the roof, though, it just made me think of Satsuka falling like Gibby. She just fucking goes, Gibbon! Fucking dies in the fireplace. That's sad. I'm sorry, Satsuka. It's just what my stupid brain thought of.
Conversely, there would be no explanation for those bruises if it didn't fall through the chimney. The murder weapon was something sharp, so it's highly unlikely that those bruises would have occurred otherwise.
What nonsense are you on about? The chimney? You guys said it yourself. The ghost house is pretty tall. Considering the indication of the building, it would be impossible to even climb up the damn thing. So how would someone manage that?
I honestly have to agree. After all, the ghost house is the tallest building out of everything in Block A. There's no other place taller than the ghost house. Then how would you manage to throw something onto the top of it? There is one place you can reach higher than the ghost house. What? Someplace I've mentioned in my theory. The monorail. The monorails go right past the ghost house roof.
Oh. Are you seriously suggesting that they threw the corpse while riding on the monorails?
No, I'm not suggesting it. It's the only possible way.
I'm sorry, but this isn't a fantasy world. Or would you like me to get you incarnated in another world? Jesus Christ, I don't know why I could say that.
Yeah, about that. I have someone otherworldly right next to me. I'm not a fantasy creature. Treating me in such a way is a cruel, insensitive act that ignores everything I've done so far. Not to be that guy here, but I think it's impossible too. The monorail is pretty slow, granted, but it is still a moving device. If they missed the shot, all would go to waste. Would they risk that kind of shot on a moving platform?
Throw the corpse at the chimney when the monorail goes past it. Is this truly possible for... Excuse me. Is this truly possible for a human being, and a high schooler of all people? If there is any proof that this was possible for Kanade, then Shobai's theory would basically be confirmed. Let's trace her memories back. Let's recall any memory related to Kanade's physical abilities. Alright. This is the memory game. I'm assuming the word is going to be darts. That would make sense to me. So let me try to pay attention here. Oh, shit. Hibiki's remark. Okay. Hi. Bye. Arcade. Okay, I think I got it. This one. And this one. This one. This one. Uh-huh. This one. Boom! GG easy. Okay. Got it. What do you have to say to that? There's like a billion screens in between minigames. It takes forever to get back to the point. Oh yeah, there is proof. It might have been possible to throw the corpse in the chimney for Kanade. What? Really? Hibiki. Hibiki, listen to me.
Huh? What?
You told me on the first day on the third island, at the casino, remember? But Kanade's inaccuracy is impeccable. She always hits her target. That one time, she even scored a goal from the school rooftop onto the sports ground's basketball rim. Yup, I remember. I doubt the casino is the best place to make profit out of.
Mm-hmm, I know. That's why Kanade is throwing the darts.
What does that have to do with anything?
Lo and behold, Kanade here is actually the semi-ultimate thrower. Darts are child's play to her.
Huh, I never knew she had such a talent.
Kanade's amazing. One time she even scored a goal from the school rooftop onto the sports grounds basketball.
Why can I not say sports grounds basketball rim? That is such a tongue twister for me, I guess. Is that even possible? Wait, if it is... Yes, throwing a corpse into the chimney while on a monorail should be a piece of cake.
I knew Kanade had such an ability. Is that really true, Hibiki?
Well, it is true. Kanade has always...
Shut up, Hibiki. Eek.
You should have just kept quiet. What are you getting flustered for? Your reaction just gave credibility to what your sis said.
Come to think of it, Kanade looked a little flustered with that remark. At the time, I thought it was because she couldn't keep up with Hibiki's pace. But thinking back now, she might have already thought of this plan way back then.
Way back then? That was a few days ago.
Yeah, that was before even the motive. Was she really?
So she was already planning to murder someone even then?
That would mean that Kanade thought of this trick as soon as she understood the structure of Satsuki Land. Fufu. Alright, you're the scary type. Well, I mean, I still don't know if she's void or not. Obviously she had the void eyes, but that could just be to make her look scary. Well, like, I guess if she is void, then I guess it makes sense that she would be planning this.
If that's true, then it's actually possible for Kanade to commit the murder. Actually, the only one who has those abilities amongst us is Kanade. So the murder would be impossible for anyone other than Kanade.
Kanade? Stupid sis. Well, sure, I'll let that pass. Doesn't matter, really. Even if I had used that method to move the corpse inside the ghost house, the monorail was active during 18 o'clock to 19 o'clock, the only time possible for the culprit to throw the corpse. But have you all forgotten? That time was when the parade was going on.
Oh, that's right, come to think of it. Kanade watched the parade with us. So it wouldn't make sense for her to also be on the monorail throwing corpses at that time. We ourselves are the witnesses. Wait, that means we're stuck again?
Did Shobai make another mistake?
Wait, but Miss Little Miss didn't deny the chimney theory. To be honest, the reaction she just showed wasn't something from a totally innocent person.
I'm not the culprit. I just didn't feel the need to object to every single detail. I have an alibi, after all.
It seems like we've hit yet another roadblock. If you're gonna act like that, two can play at that game. Everything would make sense if she's able to ride the monorail at that time, right?
Was I right? Did they do a twin switch? No way, no way. I told you, I was watching the parade. The others there are all witnesses.
But was that really you? Fuck yes, dude! Holy shit. What do you mean? Stupid shits. You got fooled once last time. It's literally the same trick, dickheads.
Last time? You mean when Emma disguised herself as Kokoro?
That's right, Bubblehead. Don't you all get it by now? Recall who I suspected as an accomplice when Kanade Atona Koji.
Can't be. Hibiki disguised herself as Kanade?
What?
No, wait. It isn't entirely impossible. It actually makes sense. Hibiki and Kanade are identical twins. A bit of disguise and no one will be able to tell them apart. Hibiki doesn't have an alibi today, so if she was disguised as Kanade, then the person who without an alibi throughout today was actually Kanade.
We should double check just in case. Has anyone seen Hibiki even once after morning?
I don't think so.
Nobody? Hope that you're not just ignoring me this time. The case had already started this morning. Of course, no one has seen them. They basically switched their alibis through disguise.
The first time we saw Kanade after breakfast was during the parade. So the Kanade we met there was probably Hibiki. The real Kanade was riding the monorails, moving the corpse. That fucking smile, man.
Admit it, Kanade Atona Koji. You're not just some ordinary high schooler. You're smart, cunning, and careful. Even more so than me. Beats me why such a talented girl isn't a band for some reason. But you let your guard down. Sure, you put up a pretty high wall, but you left some holes here and there. Well, my turn is over. It's yours now. Any rebuttals? I haven't had such a battle like that in ages that it was honestly a bit fun. Though it hurts my pride that I had to get some help from the likes of you all along the way.
So you're admitting that? I thought you would at least try to take all the credit.
I told you, I'm a calculative guy. We all die a happy death if I make a mistake while I stubbornly press on with my theory. It's much more efficient to give up your pride and put your brains together in these cases. To think that you'd be on the same wavelength as us. I think this is the first time you've spoken this much, and I like it. Shobai has honestly really grown on me this chapter. But it doesn't change the fact that you all were hopeless as shit until I took over the stage.
You had to rub it in.
Foo. Foo. Aha. Ha ha.
Kanade? So let me get this straight. The one watching the parade was actually Sis, and I was actually on the monorails, yes? And while the monorail went past the ghost house, I threw the corpse into the chimney. Congratulations, you've gotten everything wrong.
Another rebuttal? Please, would you give me a break? You're definitely the culprit here.
If you lack the brains to think, then don't talk at all. People like you are the reason the term trash journalism exists.
What did you just... Finally someone who knows how to put up a real fight. Come at me.
Now, I'm going to start with the throwing corpse part and go through everything from there. Setsuka's dismembered body consisted of the head, the torso, each hands, arms, legs, and the feet. So 10 pieces all together. Now here's a simple question. How many times does the monorail go past the ghost house during its 1-hour run?
What?
You're not seriously just suggesting that I threw all 10 pieces at once in one go, are you? The monorail is quite slow, but it's still as fast as a speeding bike. To summarize it, you can only throw one piece at a time, each time you go past the ghost house. According to Shobai's theory, the culprit starts off at Block C to ride the one heading to Block A, right? They throw their first piece here, and after 15 minutes where it takes a round trip, they throw the next one. They throw each piece at each round trips at the 30, 45, 60-minute mark. Wait, who would have guessed it? Our precious hour has already passed with 4 round trips. And the monorail isn't active for the next hour. What are we to do with the remaining 6 pieces? How are we to explain this?
Well,
she definitely makes a point. The idea of throwing a corpse into the chimney was remarkable, but the number of throws needed us far too much.
We have a much bigger problem at hand, really. Throwing the corpse inside the chimney is actually impossible for a different reason. Sure, the legs, arms, and hands and feet are small enough to fit inside the passageway. And the head, well, should have a relatively small head, so let's let that pass. But what about the torso? Did you really think that her torso would be able to fit inside the small of a chimney? Well, we didn't find the torso.
Is it not possible?
Her torso was missing an abdomen, right? Oh no, wait. I don't know. Then wouldn't it have fit without it? You could break the joints to fit any other piece of the body, but you can't do so with the body. Not to mention that her chest area was particularly larger than anyone else. That part would surely get stuck halfway through.
So you're gonna play that card, eh?
And you can just move the torso separately, you know, through the gates as normal. But how? The reason we're talking about this damn chimney theory is because passing through the gates is practically impossible, remember? If you want to prove this theory, you need to be able to move each and every body part through the chimney. With whatever reasoning we throw at Kanade, she vigorously defends back. If we can't penetrate through this defense, we won't be able to accuse her as the culprit. As Shobai admitted, he can't win against Kanade alone. Let's think through this together.